Hello everybody, welcome to Doki Literature Club Part 11. So here in this episode, we are going to be doing the understanding side stories. To be honest, they really should have added more side stories. Okay, so in the last episode, right, in the last two side stories, this is what happened. You had this. So, yeah, Sayori might have motorboated Monika. Wait, what? You didn't hear that. Yes, begin this side story. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of a door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, a face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Sayori's eyes widen and recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monika. It's her! It's a girl! It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on the desk, it seems she's found her way into the club. Are you here for the Literature Club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the Literature Club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monika, and this is Sayori, and we run the Literature Club. Even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? You sure? I mean, it should be good enough. Yeah, everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori. This is Monika. Sayori already. Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? No fantasy, Paul, mate, what? Fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? Can't say I have. Well, she's my favorite author. Is that real author? I'm gonna Google it off of this. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monika stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so that must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in the locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. How's everyone in this club so forgetful? You probably only bring one for now. Sayori knows he says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri just set down on her desk. True, okay. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I was prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience in fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. But it's like a complete joke compared to what she's in. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, it's neat that we have different people into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't seem kind of like that. Monika, don't you think you should be a little more optimistic? I'm a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. So I've been so hasty, I just got anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. Hey, what the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like this, you. I just like learning. What makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping you feel more comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff. Maybe focus on spending time with her. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Also, as the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with the short time gone indicates she must have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal as size to the one that's already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There's some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. No, guys, I haven't got a cold like I did in the first 6 episodes. Okay, it's just that doing these voices kind of makes my throat a bit weird. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we were gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monika smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. She sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she glances over at Monika. Monika came to my classroom and put the flower on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens as she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monika told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. That I was actually hoping that you'd come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. That means that Yuri is pessimistic. So if you were to grab like a glass of water at half capacity and ask her, is this glass of water half full or is it half empty? That means she would say half empty. I know pessimistic people. My dad's a pessimist. My brother's a pessimist. So I know quite a lot of pessimistic people. Generally, they're quite miserable. They'll always, you know, as you already said, interpret things as the worst possible scenario, look on the negative side of things, and generally have really low self-esteem. Such as Yuri when all her self-harming stuff comes. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for other reasons too, such as there being too many people. But not that I mind that much, it's just that I have a really hard time meeting a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just 2 of you. I definitely came at the right time. That makes me happy. I'm proud that I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. So hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide me a chance to do that. What other kind of things do you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, I have things you would think are dumb. Say pauses, look of concern on her face. How about I tell you something I'm into, then you could tell me something you're into? I suppose it would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into like crafty things. I mean, cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I just pull it off at the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'll be surprised by how much you can do with just scissors and glue stuff. So I have to share something I'm into now, right? So he nods. I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. I hate nature. I fucking hate it. Oh, walking around in like a field isn't that bad. If you try to get me into like a forest or woodlands, I'm generally not very keen on it. I mean, the only thing about nature I really know is because I'm interested in biology. All I really know is how like plants will like bend towards light when like light's coming from one direction. That's all I really know about plants, and like how chlorophyll works. No, you're not. You're stuck you and me now. I'm not. Oh yeah. Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. And there, now you're stuck with me. Yeah, Monica, I think in this game everyone is stuck here with you. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out of the woods or to the park. I mean, I like going to parks, but the woods I hate. Like, listen, there's literally woodlands. Like, what's it like? It's probably like half a mile away from me. And like, literally a couple of days ago, I went in there with my friends. Jesus Christ, because it's the autumn now, or fall if you're American. Jesus Christ, it was there's so much like sludgy mud that we get slipping in. It was disgusting. Plus, there was like the fucking stinging nettles everywhere. Not that, but like when we finally got through the woodlands, we had to walk back and it got dark. So like we were walking through the woodlands when it was dark, and like oh Jesus Christ, it was like at one point we got fucking lost in the woods and like we were just surrounded by trees, like in the fucking Slender Man game. That's what it looked like. Just places where you can walk about and sit, not have any people around. It's peaceful. She seems to be very cut off from everybody else. To be honest, I'm like that in my school. Because the majority of people in my school, I hate. In fact, I'm going to go to a different school for sixth form. Like, right now I'm in year 11. But we have, after that you can go to year 12 and year 13, which is something called sixth form. Right? So, yeah, you can do it at another school if you want. I'm going to have mine done at another school. I mean, I was originally planning on having done at my school, but they require you to get a really good grade in maths or biology for some reason, which makes no sense. Why do you need maths to study life forms? And like, pretty much no other schools have mathematical requirements for biology. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Well, I feel like I would never have time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. If you don't let slip through your fingers. Free continue the conversation. Like primarily by Sayori, but Monika chiming in every now and then as well. Monika had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two gonna be starting on that book next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collecting her things. As back, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monika with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monika are left in the club room. Sayori, you are our lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, you really lifted my mood. It was nice when I put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting that book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think it will do great. Not to the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door, she's surprised to find that only Sayori is in the club room. Let me guess, Monika's practicing piano. It's club time again! Monika went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited sharing books, and how you would have stopped me so we could talk first, was so inconsiderate of me. Again, it's a pessimistic personality shining through. She always will think like, oh, the way I did that wasn't right, they're gonna think I'm stupid. It's just that personality, where you'll look back at your past actions, and no matter what you did, you'll think, oh, I executed that in a very silly way. I got too excited and forgot to think about what everyone else in the club was into, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Hmm? Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Why? Because... I think they were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But, if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try hard to entice me. It's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. God, I hate it when you just with your friends and then just have an awkward silence. And then someone just tries to break it with something even more awkward. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monika and I were just working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun we could do together, reading your books. You know, as a club activity. That'd be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? Exactly what I wanted in the first place. You're being so nice about it. Yeah, again, the pessimistic personality shining through. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can help you to feel more comfortable with here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's desk and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right, then I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? It's just useful to draw some things out, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just take some notes. Notes? I mean, yes, that's a very effective strategy. You can just tell that Sayori thought that was a bit peculiar. Exactly. I'm sure it'd be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head, but thinking about it, she decides to. It's probably best for the That's probably for the best that I did. Well, I'm not used to having company for this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide a smile and a light blush. I can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart at things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. This should be evident through the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Oh god. Such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two of them get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. More of it, the details, the races, faction, history, elements of magic, the more questions Yuri seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the writing I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write, or like putting down things that come into my head, you know? This is like, there must be so much more planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Yeah, living with a pessimistic person, two pessimistic people actually. One of them is really pessimistic, and it's very difficult to get them to smile, or just to make them laugh. Anyway, I think you can start reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read it very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori drops Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the last page of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. Silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Listen, I'm very good at words. Like, I have a very strong vocabulary. Like, I know what the word vexatious means. Vexatious means something that causes great annoyance or anger, but I don't even know what vindicate means. Well, in this context, it essentially means when he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Well, now I know what vindicated means. You learn something new every day. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her templates. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I know. But it takes me so long to read and understand things. It makes me feel really dumb. Listen, when I was like from aged 3 all the way up to like aged 14, whenever I watched a movie, I would barely pay attention. Don't get me wrong, I watched a movie, but I could barely pick up on anything. Like, oh Jesus Christ. Like, I'd miss out on when I was like 5, I watched like The Lion King, and I would miss out that Scar was Simba's uncle, and I was just like, how did I not notice that? But then all of a sudden, I just started to watch movies again, and then all of a sudden, I just magically pick up on it again. I'd magically start to pick up on it. I don't know if it's just that I grew up, really. I don't know. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it in the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But... I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Again, pessimistic personality shining through. Whereas for me, I can literally practically force my friends into doing anything, but I feel like, I shouldn't have done that. I would think, yeah, I should have done that actually. I think, yeah, I'm glad he's done it now. Yuri leaves. You were making me... Yuri's left alone with her words. Oh, well, okay, time for me to become Yuri. So when a character is alone and speak to the audience, that is called a soliloquy. This is Sayori's soliloquy. Now I've got to write up a 40-mark question in my exams about Sayori's soliloquy. Seriously though, imagine if I was just in my... Listen, so I've got my exams coming up in May 2023, right? And during them exams, just imagine if like they've probably give us an English extract on like Macbeth or something. If they give us Sayori's soliloquy, I'll just be like, I know everything about Doki Doki. What has happened? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and it's still messed up. But she doesn't want to come back. Drowned in guilt. Sayori there's blank that's spread with notes. For an optimistic person, like for me, I'm a very optimistic person. Like I'll generally never look on the negative side of things. But it's very unusual for an optimistic person because I am an optimistic person. So like generally I'll always feel happy. But like for someone who's optimistic to have this sort of personality where they feel really shit about themselves is really not normal. Personally, my self-esteem is really strange. Sometimes I'll think, oh yeah, I'm quite a good person. And other times I'll think, nah, I'm a really shit person. I don't know why I think that. It's just, I've been through a lot in my life, right? Now, I've always managed to break through due to this optimistic personality that I have. Like, my brother went through the same thing as well, but because of his pessimistic personality, he was affected by it very much. He's never been the same since. But for someone like me, I just broke through. It still affected me, and I still feel bad about what happened. I don't like to talk about it really, but all you need to know is that some bad stuff happened, and and it really affected me and my brother. And but I managed to break through due to this personality that I have. Well, there's two types of optimistic personalities. Just general optimistic, which is where you just tend to look on the bright side of things. And generally, you lighten up the atmosphere wherever you go, which is what Sayori has. And then there's happy-go-lucky. Someone who's happy-go-lucky is optimistic, but generally does not get worn down by things. So generally, I have both. So I'm very blessed to have that. But it appears Sayori doesn't have the happy-go-lucky. She just has optimistic. Drowning guilt, Sayori stares blankly out of there, spread with nose. Generally, psychology is very important to understand someone's mind and their personality. It says a lot about them. If they're an optimist, they'll generally be a really good person. If they're a pessimist, they can be a good person, but there's more of a risk of them wearing you down. Just there's neutral as well, which they'll just be average, and then there's sadistic. Trust me, you don't want to be friends with a fucking sadistic person. A sadistic person is someone who gets happiness off of other people's suffering. The book sits next to them. Alright, I'm gonna stop delaying now. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? What if she forgot to take it with her? This is horrible. Was it because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I never think that. I never think, oh, I'm not good enough. Yet again, it's this personality I have. I'm generally... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to physical strength, I'm weak as fuck. I'm like a weakling. I'm not joking, by the way. I do judo, so I can averagely defend myself, but um, yeah. So I can generally defend myself physically. But to be honest, I'm blessed to have what I have. I don't care about like fucking muscles or physical strength. So I'm blessed to have mental strength, because I can just do anything really, and I can generally never get worn down by it. Unlike Sayori, who generally can get worn down by things. Probably let her down so much by having trouble following. I need to stop stalling. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she'd be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Jesus Christ, all the stalling I did. I did so much stalling here that I'm like half an hour into the video already. Fucking hell. Half an hour. Jesus Christ. The other one took me like 20 minutes. This is going to be a long episode because all that stalling I did. The first time Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at her desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. I don't letting this affect me so much. I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. My best wasn't good enough, but it was still my best. But I'm letting anyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. That literally is not true. Where remember when Natsuki and Yuri were arguing? I recommend you watch somebody else's video because I actually sided with Natsuki during that. But she managed to mediate between the two of them and managed to get them both to calm down and start getting along. Which really matters because that shows that she generally is quite a person who can lighten up the mood of the place. But yeah, again, she thinks really negatively of herself, so she does not see that. We see something in her that she does not even see in herself. Zuru continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating, whatever that word means. I think it means hate. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika. Is that the end? Side story? Is that to say? Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help the other students with their work? Such a pushover sometimes. No, it's gonna leave a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monika runs the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Huh? Who jumps at the sound of Monika's voice? She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With the club publicity stuff? Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Do they not get along after all? Well, generally, somebody who's pessimistic, who has an optimistic person around them, will generally make them feel better. But, now, for a pessimist person, to be with an optimistic person is a blessing. But for an optimistic person to be around a pessimistic person, it can be a curse. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I have 5 brothers and I have 1 sister. Right, I know that's a lot. Alright, now, to be honest, my full brother, who I grew up with, he's pessimistic, so I'll bear, like, I love him to bits, so I grew up with him, but he just looks on the negative side of things always. He's really quiet, doesn't socialise a lot with me. One time he just came downstairs, I was eating breakfast, didn't seem to say a thing to me. Whereas like my half brother, he's also optimistic, and I get on with him better than I do with my own full brother. But I still love my full brother more, because he's my brother, but, you know, he's easier to get along with. For a pessimist person, you're an optimistic person, it's a blessing. But if you're an optimistic person, and a pessimistic person, it's a curse. Because they'll generally weigh you down. There's one thing I remember I once read a book. It said, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. They will only weigh you down. Monika looks into the club room herself and sees Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika is worried, but she finds it difficult to assert herself into whatever conflict she may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realises that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just want to make copies of this new flyer, then go around the billboards and replace the old ones with new ones. They didn't even tell Sayori. He was just gonna be in there wondering what the fuck is going on. Yuri nods and the two sit off. Two walk in silence. About Sayori, one finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. Yeah, again, an optimistic person will always light up the mood, no matter where you are. I mean, generally for me, my friends can find me annoying at times. But other times, they say I'm a great person. Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. Because I can generally always make conversation to make someone feel better. And generally, I can talk to people. I can talk to people about their problems and just everyone gets something off their chest. I'll always say to them, you can talk to me and I won't judge you. It even applies to my views. If you ever want to talk to me, you can just message my Discord. I'll always be there for you. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither follow up with anything more. Monika tendencies off of this stinted conversation. Yet again, pessimist people call quiet. I don't know Monika's like. I think she's generally neutral personality, so yeah. How the heck does Sayori do it? Yeah, again, the optimist personality always lines up the mood. Yeah, sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went to computer lab to work on the flowers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated first when I heard about the kind of stuff you were reading in. But, you know, it's kind of stupid to me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. Shit, I accidentally skipped something. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes up to the club would just have the same interests as me. It's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club's working. And I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it. And I'm stupid for forcing it on her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought, but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. There's another thing about pessimistic people. Well, I don't know if this is pessimistic, but that's what my dad's like. They generally will think everything else is stupid. And that the world basically... I don't know, it goes on stupid, but if he believes that the world revolves around him, sort of. He thinks that stuff he isn't interested in is stupid. Like, say for example, right, he likes motorbikes. If I went up to him, I said I wanted to get a motorbike. No, actually, fuck that. Scrap that. So listen, he would never, ever give me money for video games at all. If I go up to him, like, is it alright if I have like £2 for a video game? But like, no, you're not having anything. But like, when he started getting into cryptocurrency, he literally went up to me and was just like, do you want to get into cryptocurrency? And he literally gave me £150 for to invest in cryptocurrency, which he will fucking never give me at all. Because he thinks, oh, that's something that's good, then he will just give that to me. Whereas like, he doesn't believe in what I'm interested in at all. Like, generally, I have a thirst for knowledge when it comes to history and astrophysics. And he'll think that's stupid. Which, generally, yeah, he won't get me far in life, but I'm just passionate about a lot of things, really. But then passionate things, he will just try to wear me down with. It's just... he's just annoying, really. He will just try to wear me down. Like, with my brother, one time I went to go and play football, because my brother's very into football. Not American football, actual football. And my dad just criticised him. But, you know, yeah. It's a long story, but yeah, with me, he'll always like try to find things to wear me down. Like that affected my brother badly because he's pessimistic. He will always think negatively. But for me, whenever he tries to think something to wear me down, I'll just think that is stupid what he said. I'll think no, he's not fucking right. Moment passed in silence, and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you, son. Don't be silly. And I have one thing to complain. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. I need to stop fucking going off. I keep going off track. This is meant to be a Doki Doki Literature Club video, but instead it's me commentating about my fucking life instead. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. Not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Yeah. Monika pauses and thinks. Well, what if it what if we put it this way? My job's president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're gonna have all kind of people join this club, hopefully anyway. And learn about the diverse needs and interests of people will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. Something else that really looks purely to me. What does Yuri's blazer just look normal, whereas Monika's just looks glossy and shiny? I don't know about you, but my fucking school blazer is black, and it does not look shiny. Yeah, when I do get into sixth form though, they'll let me wear my own clothes in the school I'm gonna go to. And that's good though. Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It seems to Monika that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. No, she isn't. It's just a pessimist personality again. Generally, being a pessimist will generally wear you down a lot in life. You generally be quite closed off. I'm an optimist, but I am closed off. This is, I just dislike the majority of people in my school, really. Nothing really like that. There's only like 10% of people in the school that I'm actually alright with. 90% I fucking hate. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. Again, my brother's like that. He generally does not like socializing with new people. Whereas I can just do it easy. I can just go up to someone new and just be like, "Oh yeah, how are you? Fuck it, I'll just say my name. I'll be like, I'm Sunny. How are you? Um, what kind of stuff are you into? What kind of person are you?" But something I'll always ask them is the half empty or half full question. Because no matter that, in my opinion, is the most important question you could ever ask a person. It's so easy for everyone else. How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I'm gonna do that easy. Like, I can just find anything to talk to someone about. I can talk for hours about things I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But if you can find someone that's a good listener and will listen to you, then that's a good thing. So I can do that. I can just talk to someone for complete hours. But for anything else, I just don't have any idea what to say. I need to stop getting fucking sidetracked. Right, no more shit about fucking pessimistic or optimistic. I need to just move on. So I understand that about myself. I'm not good with people, I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, or taken pity on. And Suri falls into that third category. She, what? Oh no, you're saying Suri's taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect my interest, just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Yuri is too nice to me. Why is being too nice to somebody an issue? You're telling me you'd rather be friends with someone who's a dick rather than someone who's really nice to you? To be honest, I would rather be with some. I would rather just. I don't know. I would rather just hang around people that are really nice rather than people who are just dickheads all the time. So stupid for her, not realizing that she would go along with whatever I pushed on her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they take pity on some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Okay, fuck it, one last time. Pessimist personality shining through. I'm not gonna go into details about it. Your sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looked at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could Never tell someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Make people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? Sorry, I make myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thought out loud. Okay, fuck it, one last time. With someone who's... A lot of people in the world is neutral. But, like... And generally a lot of people's families are. With my family, you're either an optimist or you're a pessimist. It's like me and my mum, we're optimists, but my brother and my dad, pessimists. Generally, people who are neutral do not understand that personality, so they won't get it. But someone like me, who's been around them people all my life, I understand it. I mean, I don't really know how to bond to a pessimistic person. It's just, don't make conversation with them too often, they'll find it strange. Something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who would give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together, and they can be what they need for each other. But you just need to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. The thing I've realised, which is that if you generally close yourself off from something, you'll feel worse about it. But if you open up to people and tell people about it, then you generally feel better afterwards. So the pessimistic person generally just bottle all that up, close it off from everybody else, and that will really not help them. Generally, I've looked into like this, and generally pessimists die like 10 years before an optimistic person would. Who stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just still resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from you because of it. Really pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away, that I pushed them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this return to be a whole venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just to help and make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. Yet again, the pessimistic personality. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Is that the end of the side story? I was about to say, it couldn't be. Yuri and Monika finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika did most of the... Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. As the club once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never gonna feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri stares at the door, but then turns to face Monika. You're not just gonna wait outside, are you? Hey, I can take a walk. You want me to get a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that one's downside of reading here in the club, that rather than home, I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess, no, sorry, no, sorry, no, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me today? I sound like probably saying complete fucking gibberish. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now you mention it, I better get permission to keep stuff for tea in the classroom. You can like use an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it will be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monika waves at Yuri and then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydream about tea is enough to save from the anxiety of the task that lies before her, but it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri! Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. So he shuffles a bunch of papers around. Just goes, well done the Southern man accent, Yuri. Jesus Christ. Yuri stammers her words, starting to get caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Yuri has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way for the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. Look. She rolls up a sheet of paper. It's a page you know. It's beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Yuri sees it. Her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I'm trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Yuri looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If I don't like scoring, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. Something I've realized is that generally a weird person is actually a better person to be around. Someone who's just normal all the time, you're just boring. Someone who's weird would spice it up. They would add, you know, would add things to the place. Rather than just someone who just normal just rolls along with everything. No, you don't want that. You want somebody who can change things. You want somebody who can revolutionize it. Generally, I realise that because I'm gonna say it here. I'm weird. Everyone on the planet is weird. I don't get why people will call other people a weirdo when everybody has weird characteristics. Weirdness is what shapes the world and everyone around them. Generally, people are scared of people who are different from them. And in my opinion, this is where things like racism and homophobia and transphobia come from. It's the fear of people who are just different from them. That's not right. It should just be a place where everyone can be friends with each other and where everybody can be happy. I just want my friends to be happy. So far that if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? I'm really shouting that voice. Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to articulate your thoughts? Why do you need to? Why do you need? Why not? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shut her eyes, unable to face Yuri or the rest of the world. She should leave, escape from here before Monika sees the lights. And before Sayori tells Monika what she did. Before Yuri can put any strength between her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh god. Oh, this one's... Oh, wait, I can't save it? Oh, what I was going to say to my lesbo wank bag. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. I've come out of spur. Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise. I understand that. So give her as much time as you need. I never realized how messy her hair was. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? She looks like it's Boris Johnson's hair, but not blonde. Also, is that ginger hair? If that's the case, you must burn her at the stake. Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think I'm kind of so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like someone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I just know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it's like when I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I try to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Sayori finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady, having gotten them out. Sayori, who could feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realized that as well. Thank you for helping me understand. No, thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you're so great helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need to. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I'm gonna stop worrying about that while we're reading. I'm so afraid to get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way you can frustrate me, because I do like you as the person that you are. I know that you said you were having a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. Generally, a pessimistic person who gets pushed away in school generally struggle with their mental health, so I'm guessing that's where Yuri's self-harm originates from. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Think so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. This just shows female characteristics. I'm gonna go with what men would be like in the situation. Feels I'm the guys this club. Men are completely different to women when they're sad. Men when they're sad or crying want to be left alone. They want to isolate themselves from the rest of the world until they feel better. Then they'll come back out again. Whereas girls, I hear that they're the complete opposite. They just like to know that other people care. Which is in this situation. So if No Good English Club was all about boys instead, then yeah, it'd be a very different story. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's all I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to make the mistake. Try not to make the mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I wanted to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'm glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I don't want to rub that on me. I don't want to rub off on me. Yuri flies back in a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to evaporate. It seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Okay. Pretty much all men have short hair. I mean, Apart from transgender people and some weird rock stars, or if you're the fucking Undertaker from WWE. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people, but if the Literature Club can make it happen, it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of her feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you sure don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on though, so we'll see what happens. Oh, and not good enough to. It's not. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry. Talk to Yuri where she steals your pen and then she shoves it inside of her. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. You didn't. I mean, I suppose it's kind of nice. Wait, whoa. Is Yuri a lesbian? Well, I don't know. Yuri liked the MC, which was a boy. So, that would make her bisexual. If she, I don't know if she liked it. Liked it. Or she just likes it. I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Three trots over towards Monika. Yeah. She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Yeah, sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Hey, Yuri, might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Yeah. Hey, don't call me a monster. Our team is a monster if he inherits the kingdom. It could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them and smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying the reading so far. Look, it's like our first real activity as Literature Club. Yeah, about that. You've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things you like. Yes, you like poetry. He smiles. Oh, that's the end. Just gonna set the picture for next time. Yeah, just have the CG from each one. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, right on my wank bank for the lesbian. Yeah. Alright, hope you enjoyed.